We're going right back to last year's
Meteor
RRQ.
Sheriff on
hitting that
C.
site. They have a great idea of how to break through the backside. You're going to push Meteor out.
What is
you
this
know
quality?
That oftentimes it's going to be the solo hold when it comes to
Sorry
Meteor.
about that.
So you force that fight.
What the fuck is Meteor? What is this strat? Meteor by Sheriff, swing plat.
Just yet.
Still though, great numbers advantage already, and with this pick,
He is Meteor though. He's allowed to do that.
Off. That said, Gen.G always exercises the discipline that they have. Textures not moving up front or anything at all. You've got that Trailblazer to get further information to see if they are rotating or not, but rrq stays disciplined.
Yeah, and rrq's pulling a page out of Gen.G. You have the numbers advantage. No matter what, you're still
inserted Omen. They're gonna push up the A line and go back C.
Still leave a lurk for extra
or even C split.
You still have 50 seconds on the clock, and you know that you gave 0 information up in mid. So Gen.G not gonna be able to go for a full stack, barring any illogical decisions. Texture looking for a pick, and Gen.G
wow.
finds the kill. Opens things up, draws a reaction out, and rrq immediately makes a
Wait, look at them. They all bid on the rotate. They all bid on it.
Advantage. The rotation's coming through, but Gen.G does not hear a single peep from rrq. So slowly setting up.
Karen with the Sheriff? No, nah, not with the Sheriff, bro.
It's classic. It's default. But Karen has to receive all of this. He's got the paranoia, but
dodges the dart.
Quite the top. Send it out yet. First shot.
Oh no. The paranoia gets 2. Oh my god, it's so easy. Wait, what is this dash from Gen.G though?
Big miss on the assumptions here from rrq.
The dart was also bad too. I mean, it's not bad.
Dearly after playing the first half of that round so well, and now they'll have to try to climb back into things with an eco. All classics, saving up their creds.
Yeah, make no mistake. This is mind games and confidence at play as well. Look at how Gen.G's controlling this. The snake bite falls right at the feet of Gen.G as he tries to dash on through. Estrella now basically stuck inside of Garage. He's got the spike as well.
Nice job by Meteor. Notice how he's like not turning around on the jet.
Some damage.
Like the average, you know, ranked player would turn around and look at the jet.
Now it's just gonna
that dash behind him.
Getting taken down at long range, and with all the buys that we've seen here from Gen.G,
you like Gen.G's comp? I think it's good.
Looking to try to snowball
Sky's solo initiator is interesting, in my opinion.
They should be able to close things out. Texture, he will drop the Sheriff, but already damaged.
I think Texture's gonna have a round 3 up.
Not much of a loss. No plant given either. Gen.G feeling very solid about this defensive start on Haven, and rrq. I mean, I'm sure obviously
down this site. Now, Karen's kind of rotated over, and you've got the 2 Sentinels, or at least the Viper, kind of hovering around this site. And there's a lot of utility to work against as well. rrq.
I wonder if rrq is aware of this op here at A. Texture the waist. Oh, what a shot.
And Karen just shuts down Xpharaoh.
Yeah, that little peek right.
Go see on a Munchkin though. Is he ready?
That's a rough loss for rrq. So
Dart should have come out from Elmi more.
The other side, you know, at the very least there isn't an operator.
Meteor is stunned.
At least not just yet.
Dart scans. Open Jemkins.
Right away. Jemkin in trouble. There's
wow, good dart, good exec.
Surviving just a bit longer. Jemkin will open up the site for the rest of the team, but now it's down.
What is that stun? How did
Monyet solo?
Munchkin get stunned
there? But
there.
at the same time, it's an operator for the retake, so they go for the flood. Estrella takes down Heron, who doesn't quite get the spray down onto Lakia. Now a 2v2. Texture still not on the site just yet. Lakia taking space one at a time, but Monyet is holding close. He's looking to be
Monyet is so cooked, right? Lakia?
Do they check it? He knows he's
Yo!
He hears the gun swap, and that should be the round, but Texture gonna be calm about it.
Get half.
The first kill, the recon's coming down, but he should. Oh, it's gonna be the shock dart. And Texture, he's gonna get the half done. Elmi more, he needs to get the kill. He cannot. Panics at the further wide swing from Texture.
Oh my god, bro, what a round.
And back here to carry Gen.G.
Nah, dude. What a good. That's an important round for Gen.G. Op is out too.
And then jumped over, shot back out to the operator, had enough time to quick scope in towards Elmi.
Gen.G read into them so well though from rrq. They played the setup perfectly. This is textbook from Gen.G. Textbook.
You know that just completely extra rounds now to try to equalize the econ.
Oh yeah, I mean, there's just A lobby is just going A lobby against Texture is gonna be a pain for every team.
As the yellow drone kind of pushes out in towards sewers.
The type of jet player the Texture is, this is what he wants.
Single controller. I mean, sure you have the Cypher, so yeah, you have a little bit more leeway. But you're not going to be able to afford it for the lurk either.
They're
just going to turn up the tempo. They're hoping that it's going to be a rotation out from the operator, and they would be correct.
That's the site.
But they don't quite have control of the site yet. Gen.G, they've already filled
but
up
they're
the
playing it so well.
They are here to flood
They're playing it so well. To walk out with Texture holding.
The Munchkin and Texture are holding together. A clean 3K from Texture, and Gen.G will continue the streak.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a Hail Mary push from rrq, just trying to.
I mean, there were some question marks about Gen.G's Haven from my side. I didn't know how.
The spam comes through.
Insta kill from Meteor.
I mean, welcome
spamming
back
from
to
window.
Haven, I guess. We haven't been seeing much of it here in Pacific, but now all the old tricks are resurfacing. Sure, it is an eco.
Early payout, not gonna lie, shut the scams. Did we early payout, chat? Is this an early payout moment?
Gen.G's thinking, all right, pretty good chance that you're gonna come to the B site, try to just flood it with close quarters weapons. So you got the Nana Swarm, Snake Bite at the ready. I mean, triple watching mid.
Guys, the game just started. Are you sure?
Holding an aggressive angle on C as well.
Yeah, I mean, Gen.G's basically kind of getting away with daylight robbery right here. They know it's an eco round, so that's why they're feeling more confident in kind of going for some of these cheap shots with wall banks and at the same time.
Something I want you guys to realize is that it's the playoffs now, and rrq.
Keep in mind, this was
there is huge pressure on these guys.
Starting things off like
playoffs is real pressure. Gen.G are used to pressure, but let's see how rrq play under the pressure. First time being in playoffs for this full team. And it's not looking good at all. It is not looking good whatsoever.
There's no way you're not decayed from that one. And that should be the round. rrq just hoping to find at least a trade before
Meteor's gonna fight from B, go for his A's, get KGL potentially.
They will be getting their ultimates. They will have to sacrifice themselves at some point, but you have to choose your target carefully. You die to Lakia, that's going to be the Seekers. Meteor gets both kills, that's going to be the lockdown. There's really not a great option except maybe, I guess, Texture. Munchkin going to be picking one up. It's going to be Meteor who picks it up.
Got his first.
1 point closer to his ultimate.
Meteor is close to schedule. Didn't get it though.
Gen.G, we can tell even against the eco, they're not risking anything. Lakia, he actually sticks to the drone.
He really needs to find a way to turn things around, but starting things
TP up with the Omen wall. Drop the wall with the flash.
Okay,
I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Early payout. Mods early payout. Gen.G won this map. Early payout. That was beautiful. That was too beautiful.
Such a good play at the start of the round. The toxic screen.
Okay, if you're Gen.G, you save strats. You save strats now. Stop using your.
To try to hold rrq at bay. The guiding lights. Another setup or not. The extra smoke and the Trailblazer comes out. So you get the read that it's not the exact same setup, but now so much time has passed. And look at the minimap. Texture's completely pushed out.
3A from Gen.G.
rrq
4A from Gen.G, by the way.
In the first 30 seconds of
they're to commit to the B retake here.
rrq are now trapped.
There's only one way forward, and they've got to go through.
No way they go A. There is a Sobol ult though and a breach ult. Sobol and breach ult, by the way, chat. Gen.G are positioned to get away from the breach ult though.
I don't know. rrq, they kind of have to.
They're positioned to get away from the breach ult.
Have a lot of ultimates. The Rolling Thunder at the ready. They start things off with Gen.G dashing in.
What, he TP'd into the cubby wall of the Viper? No, he TP'd into the cubby of Viper wall.
Just tucked away perfectly while
okay, wait, okay. We got a game on our hands. We got a game on our hands. All of a sudden, we got a game on our hands. That was beautiful. He TP'd into the cubby of the Viper wall. That was sick.
Can't ever count Texture out in these situations. 1v3 Operator and Bladestorm online. Cam spots him. He's waiting for the peek, but Xpero is just a step faster. So
I mean, if you're gonna be peeking like that, okay.
Okay.
I'm impressed. Let's see where he places it in the middle of the round if he even needs to.
Look at how they've adjusted that toxic screen around, and at the same time, Texture is still pushing out with that Operator.
Yeah, because he wasn't spotted. They have no idea that he's took all the space. Last round, I mean, maybe rrq, maybe you can fathom a guess because so many people were prepared. But Texture is just going to take the same spot once again. So we'll see if rrq has a read or not on this, depending on how they react after they enter the site. It's not going to be a pinch. It's a full B send for the time.
Munchkin?
Spike
No.
not yet delivered, though. They're going to wait to see if they could clear it out. And Texture finds the context Sparrow. So now rrq, you're panicking. You have to move forward again. This is where they thrive, the chaos. And Manyan is going to be happening? Once again, it's just Texture left.
They're assassinating them from the vertical angles.
You know Texture was on the C side of the map.
Wow, what a round from rrq, really.
Yeah,
Munchkin has such a sick timing too. He just, as soon as Munchkin looks away, gets cooked.
And kind of flashing and making sure that that Gen.G stays blind at rrq. They manage to take down the site and then rotate over onto A. It's going to be a tougher fight for Texture, so this is looking to be a very likely save round with his op in his hands.
Yeah, at this point, I mean, you're so far out. I mean, last round, sure, you're close enough. You try to go for a Hail Mary. And if you do get it, you know, if you are able to eliminate all their guns, you still keep their econ low. But here, just given the time, Sure, you could buy
it's always
up
right
again,
after the early payout, bro.
You're just not going to want to risk it. You don't want to.
Listen, you understand. Listen, no one wants to sit here and watch a blowout. You know what I mean? Like, you guys thank me for making this a competitive map and competitive series.
I mean, rrq, quite frankly, they're still starting on the back foot in these
Who
2
cares
rounds
about
that
the
they
points?
won. But they are just barely getting into the site fast enough. Well, and Elmimore's hitting shots through the blind. Just enough to make sure that they can win the chaotic trades. But they're not always going to.
If I didn't scam here, this game wouldn't be competitive.
rrq has to be able to buckle down and try to find some stabilization.
That goes there.
It's going to be tricky to say the least, but so far so good with the way that they're trying. This time around, we've swapped things to slightly more.
Okay, Texture got the A line now.
Karen
got all the info first team.
Texture back on that A. Karen
so now Gen.G are just gonna hard over rotate.
Oh, this is. I mean,
they keep getting Texture on these deep lines.
They're saying, okay, we have a main control.
Nice
one
right garage. That was
you're
perfect.
Absolutely screwed. But if not, as long as we get the information nice and early, we have the pit, we have the lockdown, we have so many ways to delay and push you back out. Yes, there is Hunter's Fury on the side of Elmimore, but we'll see what the timing looks like. Because here's the thing, rrq has not been clearing information that quickly at the start of the round. Gen.G's abusing this against them, continuing to keep rrq
Karen's down to C-Long.
Let them burn that.
Oh, what?
Utility, let them try
the lag?
Or whatever. And Karen was forced.
Bro, what just happened to my fucking screen? What?
And with the tiny little gaps, they try to go in for some duels and peaks. Karen was forced to Shrouded Step his way out of Long. Now back into it though. Garage is slightly open, but at the same time, it's a bit of a
C-split with the Soul Bolt, maybe?
Into this.
I think they're gonna blast C. Gen.G have the right stack, but Dart.
This is a hard read, relying on Texture's operator. There is the recon. It does get
blasted
destroyed,
still?
So no scan, Snake Bite delaying them. Paranoid
Good
as well.
KG ults.
The Hunter's Fury will
But he
be
breaks
used to destroy
it.
But Munchkin's already here.
Wow.
Just absolutely holding the choke point.
He drops the KG ult, and he doesn't even break it, bro. What?
And it's just disaster for rrq as the spike gets stranded at the entrance.
What just happened?
Nobody nearby. The guard is all here.
Where did he Soul Bolt?
It's a firing squad, and I don't think there's a way out of it. Only 8 seconds left, and Xfero
that was a great timing KG ult, but
to his name.
I don't know what he ulted because he did not break the KG ult.
Like it might be a
maybe he died, I don't know.
Starting to build up to
wow.
Shuts it right up to the 50-second mark. The next time rrq gets information, they're not going to be able to get solid information on 2 parts of the map and then go for a double rotate. So Gen.G can then just
rrq playing so slow, but they kind of have to because it's up.
Gen.G
they're looking for Texture's up. They can't find it.
They know how to play the timer to their favor and abuse rrq's tendencies. So rrq this
Drone's
time
coming in, Texture hides, and then he peeks after the drone. It's like, what do you do against that?
Texture. rrq
now he gets a shot.
Again, or will they play it safe? There it is.
Good flash.
There's the anti.
What?
He doesn't land the shot. That was a close one.
Almost
great flash, great flash.
And then now, at the very least, rrq has a little bit more space to work with. They're going to try to rush into
Dart.
the A site. Gen.G is prepared to lock in, trying to get bailed out by his teammates. He's got the guiding light available as well. Xfero
good Viper ult, good Cypher ult.
The Viper's Pit was deployed.
Omen gets all of C.
Meanwhile, Monyet with the From the Shadows into C site.
Oh, this
tries to hold it by himself.
This is a bit of a Hail Mary. I mean, Monyet just needs to stay alive. I have a
look at
feeling
Meteor's
going to creep through this smoke.
Oh my god, look at Meteor.
He's already on the site. They have no idea. Monyet finally spots him, so there is the trade. But Karon now trying to fill it again. Gen.G might be coming in 1 by 1, but Karon says 1 is all we need as he gets a triple kill on the site. But
oh my god, rrq still win the round.
Well.
Karen, bro, holy shit. Playoff Karen is here.
rrq just showing that you can't really outread every single map if they do some wild antics, right? Just getting
nice reclear today, though. I mean, they played that so well against Texture.
Taking down Texture gives them that much more freedom.
Really good flash.
They not only managed to take down the site,
Texture was not ready for that flash to go there.
From Munchkin, and then as they pushed on through, you had that little bit of a lurk from Elmimore or Estrella in through the B site, and they just went out on these trades.
A short default or rush? Oh, they have breach ult.
This time rrq pushing the tempo up, realizing, you know, we don't
turning
want to
short, breach ult A.
Very quickly, and it's going to be
Texture
by the Rolling Thunder. Still
is tagged.
In sewers. They just haven't quite cleared him just yet. They all get spotted around the smoke. Texture, he wants to get bailed out. They have a read on his position. He's trying his darndest to stay alive, but there's just too many people. But the site, whose side is it on? rrq, they're flooding it. They're coming out of the smoke. That's on both sides. Now it's down to a 3-1.
Nice try, but he's cooked there.
Sure, you've got full health on half armor.
Got some life in rrq here.
On the site. Creeping up. It's a double stack. He finds a 1v1 down to 22
Impossible,
HP.
impossible. I'm sorry. 22 HP with the camera up. I'm sorry, that is
does have time. If he
impossible.
can find just one more pick, maybe. But rrq, they're going to stick together. They're not taking the chances to Cam. Gets a reaction. And now they're ready for it, and they're not going to give him the angle this time. rrq trying their darndest to bring this to a 5-7 half.
Last round.
And that it would be a very good advantage for them if they
No
can
op
pick
protection
that up.
anymore?
5-7,
They lost the
not
op,
too bad if
right?
They go into the second half. And at the 11th round, right, almost the nth hour, that's when they really switch up the pace. I mean, look at how they took down the site, how they flooded through and managed to pinch down onto Texture, really eliminate.
Gen.G's momentum is...
Pushing over onto the
They stopped their
C side, maybe
momentum
into garage.
completely after they're up
Texture's pulled out the
6-0.
plate, so they are very cautious of it as well. Lakia just hovering around the A site, but he doesn't quite have much
This is
intel gathering
beautiful.
utility.
Yeah, just not just yet. Now rrq probably wondering if it was a two-man push or not over on A, but they say at the very least Gen.G, they're probably going to hedge their bets and go towards the extremities, so they will take the risk of entering onto B site. One gone through, but Gen.G not quite
Great
spotted
half,
high
bro.
above the
Great
right
fucking
click
half.
to finish off Texture.
Wow.
And rrq, after what seemed nigh impossible, will get the pulsar
Chat, I might have
flawless
jinxed them.
to get up
I'll
to
be right back
5
though.
rounds.
Give me 1 second.
Great. Very strongly. Counting on Gen.G to play the map a bit, and oh man! The first shots are good for Monyet and Gen.G. Meter and Munchkin a bit bunched up, doesn't separate fast enough.
God.
Still 2 people on the site on C, so massive numbers advantage for rrq.
Sheriff and Classic stacked up. Who would have thought? So much more control now. Texture trying to creep in through, but the well-timed dark cover from Monyet just blocks things off at the last second. Now,
I love rrq's adaptation here.
Okay.
Instead of saying, hey, because we have numbers,
Hey, we want a
still
3v5
1-2-1-2,
pistol. Last
you
pistol.
say, let's play the numbers advantage. Let's get ready to shift faster onto B or C.
Let's see what happens
in case
now.
you rotate to B. But A, we got a tripwire. Worst case, it's a 5v3 retake on pistol. No util really on either side, so we should have the numbers
Texture's
advantage.
looking from beyond
Now,
Jet.
trying to get ready for a high-low setup. It's just
Yo.
but Karon sneaks in a kill, and that's going to be the kill for Texture. But
Texture
LB
got that
Moore is
kill.
waiting.
It's a different
rrq,
story.
Their early rotation is paying off. Monyet on for a 3K in the pistol.
Because Lucky had heal.
But he's not
Wow,
gonna get that
dude.
chance. There's the flash.
What a
Lakia
clean
spotted.
pistol.
And Elmi Moore's waiting to receive, and there's
Clean
the kill.
pistol, clean
Double
aim.
kills for 2 members of rrq as they tighten the
6
gap.
out of the
Now
last
down to
7
1
rounds
round.
for rrq.
and potentially the next round as well.
Oh, you can cage them all with
Great
Cypher
reads,
Chips?
great
Okay, yeah,
plays.
true.
Combat against potential pistols. Gen.G still going to buy up 2 sheriffs, so a bit of an investment. Texture already takes a hit as well. With these sheriffs, they're going to want to find at least some value. See if Texture can get a pick. Here on the A side, rrq's playing this very safely.
What is this
And I think
angle? Is
Gen.G
this a
might
real
just
angle?
hold here to wait to
Is
see
he
if
gonna
they can
get
get
1D
confirmation
here?
somewhere in mid if this is going to be a default hold from rrq. Because if so, they will just go for it with the numbers.
With those pistols as well, I mean, they have the potential to just really push and shut it down. Nonetheless, Elmi Moore might be able to retrieve that information.
They're just sitting here.
Spot anything.
I mean, they have no info.
the
rrq have no info
so
where they
much
are.
shorter now. So he
This
paints,
is like this is the fight that Gen.G want.
of the hidden members. rrq's
Oh,
aware
the
of it.
timing.
Sees two, Gen.G.
The
He's
timing
gonna
was
dash out.
perfect
Not
there.
going to give that opportunity. Looking to
Here.
just delay. Elmi Moore still hidden on the site.
Like a meteor though, chat.
Smoke just
Like a
to shut
meteor.
off sewers.
You're trying to creep through though.
There's the fault line.
Just spotted out by the vault line. Great shot from Xfer just to take
Beautiful
it down.
garage re-clear off the camera,
With
by the
that,
way.
Some of the RQ
Beautiful.
players still wondering about the A site, but Gen.G
Dude, this is
slowly starting to rotate
looking
on
scary.
over. They know where
30
that fault
seconds
line
left.
came
Aftershock
from,
off the
so
trip
trying to
contact.
pitch down onto the sole
This
bridge
trip
that
should not
is
get value
Astray.
after this round.
Aftershock tries to put them off though. However, the plant will go through as Karen tries to stick it.
Spike planted.
Now,
Okay,
nice
bomb
shot
plant
from
is
Astray
actually
as
pretty
he finds
huge.
The next one, Monyet
In terms
going
of
through
money,
now.
the 2 people that bought
Spike
sheriffs
down.
have plenty of
Munchkin's
money
trying to
now.
hold his best with the classic. Estrella starting to stick it all the way through. Nobody's pushing out against Munchkin just yet, so this is looking to be just a great round from
2 members, very free to lurk. 3, quite frankly, if you count the Omen as well.
Once again, punishing the
potential
C-long
for Gen.G to
default
play
from
with, but
Gen.G.
So far, it has been rrq controlling the pace because of their
Ooh.
early picks.
Nice counter one way.
Now that the real rounds have begun, though. Flashes come out. They're trying to peek on over. A
Oh,
jump.
nice
He
try.
takes down Monyet.
That is
I don't mind that
hard
fight.
jump.
Like,
Lakia preparing for the
that was a good
Olympics,
1v1,
it
I
seems.
think.
Getting distance out there.
There's a world where
gets the
Manya
kill.
gets that kill and gets
He's
out.
control of C main. Now you force a lot of pressure down there. rrq, they're going to say, we have Cypher util over on A. He's got the Cyber Cage to play around right outside of sewers as well. So we'll just hope that we can delay as long as possible. The drone,
The classic go B
barely
here.
not fully clearing Cubby, but they're just going to assume that they've made the clear. And rrq will also go for a hard rotate over
Oh my god. Are
Gen.G.
Gen.G gonna
Not
hit the
quite hearing
bomb
this
site
yet,
with
but there's still
Cypher?
50 seconds on the clock.
Still a lot of room to wiggle around to see.
Wait, they're actually running into the stack now.
But meanwhile, rrq working off
Full
of their
exact.
own kind of reads. Maybe not quite hearing that Trailblazer, so they're keeping 3 players on the A side and just
this could be
prepare to
bad.
set off those trips.
Dart.
Raid will counter recon now, but nobody's pushing out just yet. Gen.G
Dart
trying to stay in
use.
the pocket.
Cyphership spotted.
They're ready for the lurk as well. Jemkin's watching for it in mid. Meanwhile, Texture trying to keep through, but it's going to be the fault line to just delay. And Elmore gets a cheeky kill with the shot dart. It's going to be a crack in the center cage, but rrq cannot
nice try.
find the right angles.
Good read though, really good read.
With one
from rrq.
Point of HP.
They guessed the right side. Oh yeah, nah. Gen.G are cheating.
Be a full stack,
Gen.G are
full
cheating,
push,
bro.
And the operator not on this side. C-side completely
They
left
just read it
open
perfectly.
by rrq. So this has to be a very well prepped retake here. Fully intentional, no util, no members.
Re-smoke spawn. Now this is where double controller comes in. Use the controllers
They're ready.
to keep backside and spawn control.
Right at the gates.
Yeah.
Still a lot of nice utility for rrq
I'm
though.
not a fan of this. This is rrq.
Texture should dodge.
Huge disadvantage. They're trying to set in for this retake.
Perfect spawn setup.
Karen's ready to receive just at the
Play close to the smoke, dodge the paranoia and stun.
Takes down Karen,
I need to turn off my Steam. Sorry about that, chat.
Smokes, and at the same time, Elmore trying to work out this flank. Texture just holds things down up around C-Link. How does Elmore make his way out of this? At this point, it has to be a save.
They hit C, got a C, free C bomb site, and they have the perfect setup to counter their C retake.
Just making sure nobody's chasing
Before, when Haven was meta, or Haven was in the map pool last year, Haven was heavily a retake site with the Viper wall too, usually accompanying it.
They will just choose to not hunt them
Being able
down.
to shut down a team on their C
rrq,
retake is huge on
listen,
Haven.
I personally, I think,
and they played it perfectly.
The
A crunch, faked A crunch.
Early, looking for a potential trap play with the recon, but a bit missed timing. Just the paranoia, just trying to hold on to A main. Sure, you have mid control, but now you know
because
that
rrq didn't actually push up with this, Gen.G are scared of C.
They don't actually have hard info themselves.
Because rrq didn't actually run up with the utility at A and A crunch, they're scared of the C stack and they don't want to commit.
Trying to push and pull, make rrq
Great job by xFaro breaking the dog.
So that Gen.G can get the information at the timing they want.
rrq,
but they're just gonna re-hit? Wow.
Not moving out too much.
Are they really gonna re-hit?
Control and smoke
off
things
the cam?
off. Look at how they have Jemkin tucked away inside of B cubby.
Flash for the jump spot, stun them.
Got a little bit of cover as well, but then
Hits
the
with
push
the
comes
one
through.
here.
Paranoia
Can't.
out.
Perfect utility. Nice try.
Gen.G makes a call for it, and they manage to make it work. rrq, without the firepower, just can't quite go in for the
wow, he dodged the dart,
dude. And everything's being blocked off.
Perfect.
The cycle of the smokes.
Cycle smoke spawn, playing close to the spawn smoke.
With the double vandals, rrq, you
what do you
have
do,
to
bro?
try something, but again, it's the
drone?
same scenario.
Maybe
This time, Texture's
Maybe we
in
drone
the
here?
smoke, and you can tell
Maybe we drone
rrq, they
here?
suspect it,
Yeah,
they think something's up. But other than spamming, there's not much more they can do. Sure, you could try to use the drone, but that's 400 credits for what? Not a guaranteed round win.
They are cycling
and now Texture
the
exits.
fuck out of these
Still
spawn
so much
smokes.
time wasted from rrq. They'll go for the dash in. Was he spotted? No, not again. The other side.
It's cooked, bro.
A triple kill
It's
for
cooked.
Texture. Outplaying the entire team of rrq 2 rounds in a row. Mind games and the aim. He's got it all. Trying to get back to the top of the world once again.
Cycled all the
reminding
smokes to
everyone of
spawn.
how he was able to dominate at Shanghai.
What? Monet's shit talking
As he
Texture
does
after
eventually
1D'ing him? Respect, bro.
After all
If you can
that
shit
drama,
talk when you're down, bro, that's just
gonna happen, but you're absolutely right. Gen.G.
Dart doesn't scan the lobby cross.
They're playing around with
This
rrq.
is exactly.
Slight bit
I
of a
like how
morale
Elmore
boost
is
with
walking
Munyan
up to
taking
close
down
lobby. He's
Texture,
gonna kill
but now
Munchkin. Yep.
They have to really put their foot down on the ground. Elmore
Nice job,
managed to go in
Elmore.
for the
Great
double
job
kill.
blocking up with the
Just
start
right
there.
outside A lobby. The rest of Gen.G knowing in for a pinch, they have to push through. Smokes come
Keep
out
long
though,
control
and
for
it's there
rrq.
to kind of
How did
block
Gen.G
off
deal
the
with this?
site. They're wondering if there's anyone
They only
pushing
have
out
short
from
A
that
in
site
sight.
now. The flash
The
comes
retake
through.
is about to be
Lakia
insane.
calls it clear. Sticks the plan.
Yeah,
They're going to push out as well. Estrella, he might not be ready for this. He's ready for a flash just to buy time, just so he can have the setup up and Evan, but Gen.G once
Bro.
drop from xFaro, saving graces. Jemkin has to win the fight. He does in sewers, and now they spot Charon, but the Hunter's Fury used. He knows that he has a timing right now to reset. Shrouded Sep forces him to check the smoke. He knows Jemkin's gone into it. They're trying to draw him out. There's the recon. They know he's still here. And the double, Charon finds it, but the immediate trade
he's 1 HP.
from Elmore.
Oh my god,
Gen.G,
what are the
you can't
chances?
just keep pulling all these
What are the
rabbits out of the
chances?
hat. It's just not fair.
He almost made it happen though, but not for Elmore with that classic. The sensibility, the confidence to go in for something like that, knowing that he's right around the corner.
You're behind?
Continuing to keep the lead 10 to 9. It's a dash in. It's going to be the pinch with the From the Shadows, but Xfero's quick on it. Trying to avoid the pinch, but Karon, another jiggle head shot. Paranoia to keep them tied up. Monyet, you're all alone.
Backplat by himself.
You have to survive. He's trying to play around the smoke. He's too slow.
No
Too
gap.
many footsteps,
No
panics.
gap.
And now Karon survives.
No
and
way he gets
back
out
with the
too.
team. 4v3 post plant for
He
Gen.G.
gets out?
This is ridiculous.
Dude, Karon
Now
is
he's
playing
still
so good right
controlling the
now.
exit around the C site. rrq trying their darndest to try to find some frags, trying to push through, but everything's blocked off. They're running out of time. Gen.G, they backed all the way up towards C long, towards Dragon, leaving Karon alone on the site. There's just too much pressure for rrq.
You have to save.
And they're going in for that
bro,
save.
that was
I mean, unless you were going to
unreal.
drone that smoke immediately, you're in that same
Karon
situation
is
again.
so efficient at what he does.
Deja vu for you.
So good at what he
You're
does,
too
really.
scared to push it. You don't have the numbers advantage, and you look at the credits.
The
it's
best
not
smoke
map
player
point
by
just
far
yet.
this year.
So rrq will go for the save, but Karon knows. Karon knows the
Not
position
by
they're
far.
in.
It's close.
Jemkin's not
Tens is
checking
pretty
the
close.
side
Don't lie,
at all.
chat.
Finally has the timing, but
Tens and Karon are pretty
is
close, neck and
crisp
neck.
with it. Another headshot. Another rifle dropped for rrq. And Gen.G 1 point away from getting to 12.
Unbelievably undefeated.
They do win. You see signs of relief. You see them trying to get each other pumped up. It's rrq always on that back foot. And now they've pushed up A main. They have a decent read on the map right now. They have the setup they want. You got kill trips, 2 of them, but Monyet's dead, so the first trip's gone.
Dashes over both trips, by the way.
And he spots the second
How did
one.
he
The setup destroyed.
How did he
Xfero
dash so
spotted.
perfectly
He's
there?
all alone. He can't find a kill.
He dashed right before the trip.
Jemkin catching the flank. For
How
what?
did he do that?
rrq down in numbers again. Sight given up.
How did he just dash like that?
Deja vu all over again.
He floated over both trips and then
He's got
floated over that
blades.
second trip that he was right next to.
Economy not quite on rrq's side, and they are staring down that tunnel that is safe.
Karon just mowing them down.
The trade comes through. Elmimore manages to find first, maybe a second,
2-1
but
play,
Lockett
yeah,
just
play
fires
out.
right back. It's down to the 1-on-2.
Skyo,
Estrella
yeah.
has to do it all.
No mollies on bomb
to
though from
prevent this
Meteor.
from going to 12. He's starting to peek out. Flash is going through. He knows that
No
they're
mollies
all
on
around
bomb is
C-long.
crazy.
Utility just to block out the cubby, but nobody's there to be found. Has to tap the spike.
Yeah, so the tap, and they're going to double peek right on the 4-second mark. They're jiggle to check as well. He does get the half, so there's one more opportunity, but they
Nice
swing
try.
out in perfection.
There was a world, but not the world we live in,
Synchronized
unfortunately.
peeking for Gen.G as they reach map point.
For lining that they might have is that they are close to their ultimates. If Estrella can pick up the Rolling Thunder, but Texture just shuts it right down.
Beautiful.
Elmimore couldn't find a single
Beautiful.
thing. Now the Blade's
Beautiful
pulled out.
Valorant
Jim
being
gets
played.
shut down, out in the cold. Estrella trying to stay tucked away. Aftershocks out, just to block things off. 4 rounds left in the magazine. Peeks out, but Texture just shuts everything down on for the quad, and maybe
Ace?
even the
Will he
ace.
finally get an
Can he
ace?
finally get it? That's the new storyline now, because the map is surely over. Gen.G.
Monyet is ace denying right now. He's ace
But
denying.
now the real victory
Oh,
would be
Meteor stole the
it's
ace.
going to be Meteor shutting down
Shameless.
the ace. So while Texture does not win the ace yet again, Gen.G will be taking map 1, rrq's pick of Haven.
Dominant win
And
from
a
Gen.G.
huge side.